British Championship on this very same layout a year ago, and it paid off.
You know, the mud has been always the difficult part. You know, I never liked the mud, and looks like it was a good decision to join the British Championship and at least to ride one race and be motivated for the mud, and it looks like it helps.
It's not easy to ride the big Enduro 3 500cc 4-stroke bikes on such a tricky surface, but this is where Stefan Merriman excels. Yet while battling for second place, he got it wrong on the penultimate stage, losing 5 minutes, which saw the Australian free fall down to the bottom half of the standings. Anders Eriksson and Xavi Galindo had troubles making their way through the liaisons on time. Both were sanctioned with 1-minute penalties. Three riders were in the battle for the places between 4th and 6th. Bjorn Karlsson was perhaps a bit too conservative in the morning, the Swede finishing the day in 6th place. Karlsson was beaten by German rider Markus Kerr for just 3.68 seconds. He's become a regular top E3 rider after his strong start to the season. Meanwhile, the leader of the class, Samuli Aro, could do no better than 4th on Saturday. The Finn took several tumbles and was off his usual blistering pace, riding with knee pain and an injured finger. Marko Takala was 44 seconds faster than Aro, but 57 seconds adrift from second place. The Finn was never threatened, yet he was never a threat to finish higher in the order. He was the fastest of the 4-stroke riders in the category, though. Takala took 3rd on day 1. In the muddy conditions, it was the 2-stroke bikes that were unbeatable. After his triumph in Poland, Husqvarna factory rider Sebastian Guillaume took an outstanding runner-up finish. With his recent switch to the 2-stroke engine, the Frenchman was on form. Guillaume was not, however, a challenge to Christophe Nombotin, finishing 1 minute 10 behind his compatriot. In these conditions, the factory gas bike was simply awesome. The rider as well, Nombotin, was the only rider not to commit a major mistake on the opening day in Wales.
This is
a very difficult race with a very tight checkpoints and tough liaison sectors. Physically, I felt very strong, which is positive compared to my rivals. I don't believe they're worn out, and they'll look to see what they can do in the battle with me to win tomorrow. Among the big Enduro squads and their impressive trucks are some very modest British teams that remind us that the WEC is one of the few international series where private teams still have a chance to compete. MPS Husqvarna is one of the more competitive small outfits of the championship, and we met up with these hopeful Englishmen.
Probably the most important person in the team is Marnie. She does all the cooking, sorts the check boxes out for the guys, sorts the times out, keeps us all entertained. We've got Johnny here, mechanic. We have the 3 riders. Only 2 of them are riding this weekend, unfortunately, because Gavin broke his leg. And with Simon's father, who again is our top mechanic. So the aim of the team was to bring the young riders and bring them up to European level, and then hopefully somebody else take them on to world level. There was a lack of team structure in the UK, so we stepped in, and with a lot of help from our UK sponsors, we've built a team, and we're in the World Championships, and we love it.
Yeah, we both try 110% every race, and they put all their effort into the servicing and standing in the rain and everything, you know. So it is a team effort, but yeah, hopefully we can perform this weekend and get the name up in the results.
sometimes because you see all these the big teams, they have a lot of people helping, and we don't struggle, but it's not so easy for us, and it is motivation to beat the factory supported riders, because then you can say you've beaten, they're on the best machinery, and if you beat them, it's a good feeling.
The hard work put in by the MPS Husqvarna team paid off on day one with a third place result in the junior category for Simon Wakely. It was a different story over the weekend for another small British team, TM Electraction, in the paddock. But for the Nick Craggy team, podium finishes and money are for the moment not a priority.
Earn money? No, lose money. You know, that we're not here to sell our sponsors as such. We're not here as a commercial team. We're not here to make money from it, and we're not here to win a world championship. We're here because we all enjoy enduro. We all enjoy riding motorcycles, and we're here to have good fun. And that we do, I think, better than any other team.
Day two of the Welsh Grand Prix for the survivors of the day before. And they're very much the survivors, because on Saturday more than half the field, 71 riders in all, dropped out. Like the day before, Englishman Tom Sager finished day two in 5th place in Enduro 1, his best result so far this season. Simone Albergoni ran a whole lot faster on day two. While he had his fair share of problems in the Enduro test, the Italian was 40 seconds faster on the Sunday. Four riders separated by 40 seconds over 50 minutes of time sectors, and in these very tricky conditions, 40 seconds proves just how close the competition is in E1. Saturday class winner Marc Germain was on form and was leading the way until midday, when he made a costly error on the extreme test. Germain finished third with a few regrets because he lost second place to Ivan Cervantes for a mere 1.64 seconds. The Spaniard got off to a slow start with a 9th place in the opening special stage, but got back up to speed on a drying surface, finishing just behind his rival in the championship battle and Sunday winner, Finland's Mika Ahola. With a 21-second margin of victory, the HM Honda star fended off the successive attacks of Germain, then Albergoni, and finally Cervantes to clinch the win.
I only had one very dangerous crash on the extreme test, and I lost there quite a lot, but also other riders made so many mistakes there that at the end it didn't matter. So I'm really happy that I won today, and both days I stay in front of Ivan Cervantes, and now I'm leading by 15 points, so it's much better than before this race.
In the championship standings, Mika Ahola is the big pineapple. He has a 15-point lead over Cervantes. Simone Albergoni is still in it with a chance in third overall on 205 points. The title will be settled by these three. In Enduro 2, as we see here with Nicolas Pagnon, like all the other categories, fatigue is beginning to set in. And it's the same story for the bikes. Here, Valtteri Salonen is forced to call it a day with a broken chain. After repeated mechanical problems in preceding races, Antoine Mayo, the top E2 rookie, decided to switch to a two-stroke bike. Faster than the day before, Mayo made a very rookie-like mistake in turning up at a checkpoint 1 minute early. Had he not, Mayo would have finished fourth. TM rider Roderick Tan was also looking a good bet for a top finish, just until the second last time sector, where a riding error saw the Frenchman drop to 5th.